today we're going to talk about the release and the finish. So we've reached impact. Okay, so shaft lean, wrist is pretty much square, straight. Okay, got our weight going nicely into the heel. We've got a lot of space now to actually release the club. Okay, something that a lot of players still think, or a lot of players, is you've got to check this in your swings as well. If you are rotating the hands and the club. Okay, so if you're going through and trying to roll the hands, you are doing something wrong. Okay. The correct release of the club, we are talking in golf, we're talking about flexion and extension. Okay, so we're actually talking about this movement of the left hand in the golf swing. Okay, so we want to get to impact, and then we want extension. So we don't want the hands, the forearms, the elbows rolling. We actually want the wrist to go into extension. So if you're looking at my glove, my logo, when I'm coming into the delivery position, the club is pointing towards the camera. It is now pointing towards the target. So I've got a pretty much flat wrist, okay? Shaft lead. And now after that, I'm going into extension, and you can see my logo is now pointing left behind me as a right-handed golfer. Okay, so if I'm putting a tee again into the club, impact, my club again is on plane, so my tee is pointing to my ball to target line. Okay, so we definitely don't want the hands rolling. That movement in your after the impact is going to cause you a lot of problems. Okay, so we want that extension. So it's actually, if you think about it, it's like throwing a frisbee with the left hand. If I'm throwing my frisbee, I'm going to do that. If I do that, that frisbee is not going to go anywhere. Okay, so we're talking about that movement. Okay. So what I like to talk about with my students, especially the beginners, is I talk about, we have a camera in the bottom of our golf club. Okay, so I would like to take a photo of where the ball has gone when I'm getting into the finish position. Okay, so that is making your hands and the release of the golf club work. I see a lot of this blocking, or this, where the elbows are trying to get the club to go up instead of releasing the club and taking the photo. So once you've taken the photo, watch the guys, watch the professionals. They don't know it, but they are taking a photo of where the ball's gone, and then they're going into their finish position. Okay, so we've gone from impact, release, photo, and finishing. Pretty much every player has pretty much their own way of finishing. We like to talk about high hands, club behind the head. Okay, but more important, big mistake of players are trying to also hold on to the golf club, believing that the golf club has got to go down the target line. Okay, Sam Snead, I really liked his idea. His sensation that he had was starting a lawnmower. So he said, I want to start the lawnmower, rum, rum. Okay, so that's the feeling that we have to release the golf club. And the golf club is really, if you look at it, is if I'm coming into impact, okay, the club is actually going down towards the ball, but my hands are actually moving up and left. And that is that pulling motion that we have here. That's giving us a lot of power, a lot of speed into the club, okay? If I'm trying to get the club going there and rolling, oh, that's gonna cause you a lot of problems, okay? Check that, guys.